Alright, so this is what the Jeep looks like. The handles look like without the inserts, just like everyone else's Jeep. My Jeep is dirty, I haven't washed it, but you get an idea of what it looks like before. So when I finish it off, you get an idea of what these things look like after. Again, this is not really a big mod or nothing. This is just an update to make the Jeep look a little bit nicer, I hope. Okay, now that I've got my inserts all painted up, I used Camo Plastidip. I mean, you don't have to paint these things, I chose to. Get it all centered up, I used a little bit of blue painter's tape just to hold it in place. You can hold it and just drill it, but I just wanted to take a bit more caution and care. So I've put some blue painter's tape on, I've got it ready. I'm using a 1/16 drill bit to mark these holes for the screws. Be very careful. The front one here always seems to go very fast, as you see. And then back off the drill, make sure there's no debris in there, and then get ready for the screw. Be careful with these screws. These are just basic screws. You can strip them fairly easy, so try not to. Getting that last hole done. As you can see, there's plastic on that drill bit. Make sure you get that debris off the drill bit. Getting the last screw in on the back side here again. Just be careful, don't over tighten. Once it's in, make sure you take that painter's tape off fairly slowly so you don't take any of the paint off. That's it. Moving on. Putting the back ones is identical to the fronts. You're just going to make sure you get it centered. Use your trusty blue tape, painter's tape here to get it all centered so it doesn't move when you have your drill. You get your trusty drill out as well. You're going to drill like a center mount here, just for your screws to have something to hold on to when they go in and it's all centered. The back one here, like near the push button handle, is the one that kind of goes in the deepest, which is fine. The front one's harder, of course, because it goes really fast. Get your screws in, make sure not to strip them. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So when you drill this, it goes really fast, as you see right there. So just be careful not to go over too fast, because you'll go in, you'll take the paint off your inserts. Again, screws, done. Take the painter's tape off. Make sure you don't do it too fast to take any of the... if you've painted your inserts, to take the paint off. If not, feel free to pull it as hard as you want. Okay, here comes the last one here. This one's probably the most difficult. I have a 37-inch spare tire. So if you've got a big spare tire, you probably want to take it off. I didn't because I'm lazy and this thing's heavy. So same thing, painter's tape, guide it in, small drill bit. Careful as you're drilling, not to over drill. Screw in, don't over screw, because remember they're not very good screws. They're just like a Phillips head, I think, so they weren't the easiest. Fun positioning with the spare tire in the way, but you know, get it done. Again, simple mod. Just be careful because it's that easy. You don't want to go too fast and wreck the holes that you're trying to use for the screws. There we go. Gather on, blue tape off, of course. Again, slowly. And once that's off, you are done. Starting off with the passenger side, it is done. Handle inserts are installed. Looks pretty good. That green camo worked out really nice, that Plastidip green camo. I wanted to use the green camo because I actually have, on the front of my Jeep, I've switched up my antenna for a 50 cal green camo bullet. So it kind of ties in. We'll see what the Jeep looks like when it's all done. But there's the passenger. Here is the rear, done and installed on the Jeep. Sorry, my Jeep is dirty, guys. I don't really clean it and wax it too often, but that's it. It looks pretty good. It turned out. Super simple mod. It takes like literally 25 minutes, 35 minutes max, and makes the handles look kind of cool. Not as good as a JL, but looks pretty good.